What's up, my gnomies? Welcome back for episode 7 of Dour Gnome Adventures. I am your GM, Ryan. Matt, what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. It's been a fun summer, kind of winding down a little bit, but glad to be back here at the table.
What about you, Mark?
Not much. How we doing?
Doing all right. Dimitri?
Glad to be at this virtual table.
And Brian?
I yet continue to draw breath.
I yet live!
Breath is a good thing.
So both in and out of character.
You guys ready to jump into it?
Yep.
Sure.
Do you want me to do a recap for people who don't remember?
Yeah, let's do a recap here.
Okay, we spent last session in the stone keep of the Goromites, which we thoroughly investigated, found some weaponry, a way to reset that trap at the entrance so we don't have to poke our way through the pokey trap if we have to beat it out of there. Then we decided that we were actually going to double back towards the smithy and check the guard room on that side, climbed up through the, was it ladder? They didn't have like a stairwell.
No, it was stairs.
Oh, it was stairs.
Up to a trap door.
Okay, yeah. So we climbed up and we ended up on a balcony of sorts. We see the courtyard to the south of us, and to the north there's a door. We open the door and we're apparently in some sort of a barrack. And there she is, the lady whose name I don't remember. Again.
I got it.
Vanda?
Yes.
Thank you. She leads at least 2 of those rusted Goromites.
Only one.
Well, yes, one of them is currently taking a rust nap in between the beds. But the combat has not ended yet. We just paused it, and now we are going to be back in the middle of it.
Yeah, before we jump back into combat, let's do a quick health check. Where is Cinderspark sitting after taking that crit to start combat?
I got all of my guts put back in, thankfully. It was a joint effort between Tad and Bob.
Tad did most of the work. I just put a morale bonus on you.
And how's Tad feeling?
Tad is at 2 hit points from 15, so he has seen better days.
Tad got squished between 2 of the rusty boys, so...
Yes, I just didn't realize how badly. That's probably because I can't see him.
Maybe we will get to test out the death and dying rules this episode.
It's not funny when you say
it. How's Bob doing back there, hanging out at the edge of the parapet?
I've been contributing by flinging my... What was the instrument you guys asked me to summon last time?
I asked for an ocarina.
Yes, right. So I no longer have an ocarina. It's lodged in one of the rust guards that's down on the floor, thanks to, I think, Tad brought him down. No. It was your... the thing GM hates, Matt.
Huh?
The slivers of metal.
Needle darts?
Yes, the needle darts.
There you go.
And what about Vercog? How are you sitting on health?
I'm fine.
You don't say that with a lot of confidence.
Because I don't want you to think about my hit points.
And let's not forget the Harbinger of the Void.
The Harbinger of the Void is awesome. Chilling, walking.
All right. Yeah, when we left off, Sister Vanda gave a command to this fallen acolyte of Gorum.
The standing fallen acolyte, because the other one is fallen acolyte.
Yes. The other one has an extra adjective of fallen.
Fallen square.
And she seems to just dig her heels in and take a strong stance where she's standing. Tad, you are face to face with this fallen acolyte between two beds. What would you like to do?
My primary question is the dead body behind me. Is that difficult terrain?
It is not.
Hell yeah. So Tad is going to take a step action. And he is going to cast... I'm sorry, not cast. But he is going to treat wounds via battle medicine.
All right.
Although he had used it last session, I believe, on Cinder Spark, it is limited to the target specifically, so he can do it on himself on an incredibly important roll.
All right. And this effectively is a treat wounds, but with a 1 action or 2 action?
It is 1 action.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, so that's a great question. We handled it as 1 action previously because treat wounds is generally an exploration phase because it requires 10 minutes. However, it is just a manipulate action, which to the best of my understanding is a singular.
Yeah, it is a single action.
Cool.
I'm looking at it on Archives of Nethys.
And he rolls a 4 on the die for a total of 9, which does not exceed the 15 DC.
And you are immune to battle medicine for the day now.
Tad has bigger fish to fry.
So
He is going to cast heal on himself for his final action.
Single action heal?
Yep.
Okay. And how many hit points do you get back with your single action of heal?
5 hit points. 5 on the die.
All right. Bob Goblin.
okay, I am going to need stride because I can't actually see into the barracks. So I've got a total of 25. And let's see, first diagonal's a 5. That's a 10. That would be a 15. But I can't do it because it would collide with the wall, of course. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to drag myself out there, but I'm actually over here because I couldn't move my token there directly. Would I have to make a check of some sort and spend an action to determine how hurt Tad looks?
You can see that he's bloody, I'm sure.
I have a terrible idea.
I love terrible ideas.
All right. So instead of stopping there, so it's 10 feet over here. Can I step through the space at the foot of the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that count as double or single?
I'm going to let that go as single. I think I'd let that go before.
Okay. Then my terrible idea is to get in between the dude and Tad with my stride.
Okay.
Then for my second action, I am going to... well, there goes Courageous Anthem. And I catch who I catch. Sorry, Vercog. And for my third action, I am going to raise my buckler. Why not? +1 AC.
Good call.
All right. So I don't know how hurt he is, and I don't know if just dumping a heal spell into him is a good call. But this way, hopefully, I will draw the ire of the unfallen Goromite.
I'm going to say that's a pretty heroic deed and give you a hero point, maxing you out at 3.
I love
Thank
that
you.
for you.
I should probably look up how to use those, since I'm maxed out on them.
Yeah, look that up, and then you can come back and tell the audience what they do. And in the meantime, Vercog, you are up, my man.
Okay, we are going to move. I am going to use the cantrip Shroud of Night, which, if it works properly, will make it so we are all concealed from this gentleman here. So let's get that going.
All right, and you
Make a will save. Yes, please.
That is an 18.
Just made it.
I like just making it.
I do not. And for my last, I will raise a shield and do that. It's the end of my turn.
That brings us up to the Fallen Acolyte. Let's see here.
Hi, I'm Bob. You may remember me from such damaging actions as flinging an ocarina at your buddy.
It's going to step 5 feet to the north.
Yeah.
And then we are going to try to strike Bob.
No.
Try, yes. Let's focus on try and not succeed.
All right, here we go. This die right here rolled the Kraken on my test roll this when I came into my room here.
Brag, brag, brag.
Natural 1. Well,
Dice don't lie there, Ryan. They don't lie.
I'm just going to take it.
we're going to do a second attempt with the map penalty here. Natural 20.
It evens out.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh.
Accursed math.
All right. Let's see what we get for some damage here. That is 14 points of damage. That is 7 doubled.
Delightful. That puts me at 6.
And with the step and the 2 strikes, we are back up to Cinder Spark. We are at round 5.
Okay. Well, Cinder Spark will step, which I believe still puts me within horse chopping range. Yep. So, being within horse chopping range, I'm going to attempt to chop his horse.
Oh, there's no horse.
Well, that's his problem. Let's see. Where is my... There we go. Okay. I don't think his horse will be hit on a 10.
A 10 is not enough to hit the horse.
Damn it.
Well, it's enough to hit his imaginary horse, yes. That's why it's no longer there. You've killed it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
How about him, though?
Yeah, okay. So, second action will be to try again, because that was abysmal, and this is really just kind of becoming a habit at this point. Nope, stay on the table, please.
Not much better?
No, it's actually exactly the same.
I heard the sounds of exasperation in your voice there.
It's, it's like map being 5 lower and then you roll exactly 5 higher. It's like, yeah, that's not impressive. It's not great. So, Cinder Spark's really just kind of poking wildly at the Acolyte and not doing much of anything. So I'm done.
Okay. Sister Vanda, again, she kind of digs her heels in. You need to take care of these fools. Tad.
Tad is actually out of heal spells, and he can no longer do battlefield medicine on himself. So,
however, there is somebody adjacent to you could do battlefield medicine on.
Also, didn't you buy potions at the Red Roof Inn?
Oh, yeah!
I love that you just called it the Red Roof Inn.
I will always call it Red.
Yeah.
It was more magenta at the time.
Might have been a bit
Doesn't have the
fuchsia
same
in the
ring to
dark.
It was the fuchsia roof in, and that's my headcanon. That's what I'm sticking to.
Look, just because you had the best vantage point thanks to the Harbinger of the Void floating above the roof and telling you the color doesn't mean it's actually that color, okay? We need to ask her what color she painted.
Listen, if you're if you're just gonna like scatter like disinformation that way, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Hey, dark vision is black and white in my defense.
What kind of an action would it be to use one of our potions? Because I'm assuming they're in our backpacks.
It's an action to draw it and an action to use it.
Aha. Thank you.
Tad is going to cast Us, which is a 15-foot emanation from us, giving everybody a +1 on attack rolls while within this emanation.
We had this discussion before. When Elder Order cast it, it does not stack with the Bard ability.
Gotcha.
They are both morale, correct?
It says status bonus.
Status? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, is yours still going? Are you talking about the lingering song? Or
Yes. Yours, if you cast that spell, it will last for a minute. And I don't know if it's everybody who was next to you at the time you cast it, or it just keeps moving with you.
It is an emanation, so it comes from you, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine lasts for 1 round, which means by spending an action, I can just keep renewing it every round.
So Tad will just use it, and then you can determine basically if you want to spend the action on your turn or not. And then he's going to roll a medicine check to do battlefield medicine on Bob. He rolls an 11 on the die for a 16 total.
I'd love that.
All right, roll some healing.
Yeah, it's going to be 2d8. That's a total of 10 points of healing to Bob.
Okay, thank you. That's most of what I just lost.
It's most of Bob.
Yes.
And that is the end of Tad's turn.
All right, Bob.
Okay, so 6 plus then is 16. Okay. Don't actually have a weapon, do I? That's... now it's a problem. Okay. Action cast or...
Bob's not used to being in melee.
No. No, Bob is not. Verkog, we would have had this conversation in character, but if I make someone hurl with Goblin Song, and that lowers their will save, is that a good thing for you? Do you have a lot of those?
No, sadly. Actually, no. The blinding thing, definitely that'll help with that. So yes, if you do that, that'd be great.
Okay, I kind of think we need to focus on the dude who's right in my face. Maybe I'm biased, I don't know. So yeah, I am going to attempt a performance check against his will DC. And if I succeed, he'll get a -1 to perception and will saves. So my performance is under what? Proficiencies? Yes, +6. I doubt his will save is a 13.
That is a failure.
Okay, that wastes 1 action.
And you do it again.
I will find out in a moment. Let's see. On a critical failure, he would be immune for an hour. On a critical success or a success, there would be an effect. It doesn't say I can't. So I can continue singing the Goblin Song. And I think the reason that I failed in my check is because I didn't actually sing anything appropriately goblin-y. So let's go with a ditty. I'm adapting a traditional goblin song. I peed in your breastplate last night.
It doesn't have to be now, Dimitri, but I would like some lyrics to I peed in your breastplate last night.
Yes, it does have to be now.
That.
Well, like I said, I'm adapting an existing song, so I may need to come up with an arrangement. This is just a spur-of-the-moment type deal, which hopefully gets him off balance. +6 on the perform is even worse. It's a 12 now instead of a 13. You know what? No, I continue doing this for the entirety of my turn.
We are tripling down.
Yes, I
Bob
peed your
just cannot realize that his singing is having no effect.
Hold on.
What could be more annoying?
Wait. GM asked me to do something last turn, and the specific thing he asked me to do was look up hero points and how they're used. I can spend 1 hero point to reroll a check. I am now going to spend a hero point to reroll my second one because I didn't remember it on the first.
Okay.
So,
So you're going to heroically sing annoyingly?
yes. Can I click something to use the hero point, or is that a... I don't know how to just unclick one. But anyway, the perform check, still at +6, is now a... it's a 10. Okay.
10 is still a failure.
I keep getting lower and lower. I you know what? I think
You are living proof of the sunk cost fallacy.
not living for much longer.
We goblins.
So I still have a third action, and I still have hero points. So I'm going to try it again, one more time. Okay, this is actually a 24. Does that beat his will save?
That beats his will DC.
Okay, but that does not beat it by 10, does it?
It does not beat it by 10.
Okay, so this is a regular success on the Goblin Song, and he gets a -1 to perception and will saves for 1 minute. Wait, no, that's a critical. Well, 1 round. My bad.
Okay.
That's... All 3 of my actions have been spent composing and performing I peed in your breastplate last night. I am quite done.
Would that be good or bad for the rusted armor?
For cock.
I think I have the rest of my life to think of the answer.
Okay. First,
You just witnessed Bob fumbling over his Goblin Song words, trying to compose a new Goblin Song.
It just took me 3 actions to actually compose it. All of my turn.
Ryan, when the area of a spell is a line, does the line have to start with me?
It depends on if it has a range.
Hold on. It does not have a range.
Then it does.
Fabulous. Good to know. Okay. That's good to know for future. And now that our guy is a little distracted, we are going to Shroud of Night him.
So you need another will save.
Yes, I do.
You are not going to believe this shit.
Did you roll a 20?
Yes, I rolled out the Kraken again.
Okay.
You know what? It's not an attack on me, so I'll take it.
Okay. Awesome. That's great. It's only 1 action. Can I do that again?
I don't see why not. Does a critical success on their save preclude you from that?
Ooh, that is a good question. I don't... Nope, it's just success and failure.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to run it out again.
Critical success. I have rolled 2 natural 20s in a row.
Uh-huh.
And a third one for the session.
Get it out of your system, Ryan.
Yeah.
I wish I could roll like this in the other game.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh. Okay, I have moved, and it's the next person.
The Acolyte.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Acolyte. Let's just go ahead with some strikes there at Bob. Since Bob's right there, he has no reason to move. That would be a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
That does hit. My D4. That is a 4 for 8 points of damage.
Right.
Rolling rocks.
I don't approve of any of this.
I don't think I was asked whether I approve or not.
All right. We're going to We're going to keep it rolling with the map. That's a 7 to hit.
7, just no 1 in front of it.
No 1 in front of him, just a 7.
Good, that misses.
Dimitri, that's sounding like a little PTSD over there.
It's not post. It's currently happening. The trauma is here.
Active trauma.
CTSD, current trauma. We're going to do with the map again. And a 7 again. My luck has run its course. And that's it. Cinderspark.
Great. Cinderspark is going to continue probably missing, but let's take some swings. I can't miss any worse. They say. Well, that's not true.
Would you like to test that theory?
Yeah, I would. Again, what the fuck? I'm gonna stop rolling off the table. Hold on. There we go. 17.
17 hits.
Oh, good. 7 damage?
I like the dice pattern you chose.
Dice so nice.
They are so nice.
All right, this guy's a little wobbly, but he's still standing.
So the Weeble wobbles, but he does not fall down. Well, I have another action. Let's continue chopping horse.
Why are we chopping whores?
Listen. Okay, well, a 19.
A 19, that is a hit again.
8 more damage.
Ooh, that's better.
And
fallen horse.
Describe your kill.
I did say I was chopping his horse, so, I mean, I don't know how you can circumcise somebody through a full plate. But Cinderspark found a way.
Ow.
So that's 2 actions?
Sympathetic man pain.
So that is 2 actions. And I'll go step on him.
Uh-oh. We are establishing dominance, I see.
Rah! That'll do it for me. Okay, yeah, there we go. Cinderspark is done.
Sister Vanda. She pauses momentarily. She looks at her fallen comrades. She sets her sword down. She raises her hands up. Don't kill me.
Well, we're still in turn order, so we'll find out which of us do and don't.
Tad, I'm going to keep us in the encounter, see how you guys respond.
Tad will cautiously just move out from behind the very brave Bob. And he will keep ready. He'll keep his weapons and raise his shield. But he will otherwise end his turn and see what the remainder of the group does.
Bob, make her tell us where Ordway's.
That. Well, before you tell me that, I was actually going to do that. So I'm drawing the bow that I picked up from the guard room downstairs, not because I need a weapon, but because I need her to be aware of a weapon in my hand. So my action is to, let's see, where's my character sheet? Where's my weapons? Draw the short bow. Yes, it does have 10 arrows for it. I will point it at her, and I will say, where's my mom, you goddamn language? And then I realize I'm saying this in Goblin, and I switch to Common, because Cinderspark has convinced me that these people are beneath me. So yes, then I switch to Common.
Success.
It takes how much in order to ready an action?
2.
2 actions.
Okay, does talking to her take up one of my actions?
No, talking is a free action.
Okay, then my action is to retrieve the bow with 1 and ready an attack on her if she expresses hostility towards my allies, then that's
Okay.
it for my actions.
Verkog.
You haven't tried to hurt me yet, but if you do, I will make you regret it. Stand with my people. Harbinger! And that is 2 actions.
Does Cinderspark want to do anything?
Yes. So, Cinderspark will change their grip on the horse dropper to one-handed, step forward, and pick up the sword that Vanda dropped.
Good idea. I like it.
Well, we don't have to kill you. Just start talking, and that'll be it.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and drop us out of encounter. And she looks around, and she looks to Bob. She was your mother?
Okay, put us back
It
in
was. I
mode,
don't-
please. No, I'm serious. If that's how she says it, she's eating an arrow.
Calm down. Shit.
You can talk to me after I've rolled an attack, okay?
She says, wait. I don't
she'll
know her
say
fate.
that. No. She will say that with an arrow in her. No. She used wrong words with me. I'm a bard. You don't use wrong words with me.
Yeah, that was the wrong grammar, Vanda.
I mean, how else is she going to learn if not through corporal punishment?
Dimitri, I am glad you were not one of my teachers in elementary.
I probably wouldn't be for long if I was role playing as well.
Was there a bow and arrow? Would there be a bow and arrow on your desk? Dimitri with a teacher with a Nerf gun on his desk.
In this house, we don't call the cleric.
In this house, we don't use the word was.
No, seriously though, if that's how she puts it, I'm just loosing an arrow at her. And I'm assuming that the bless is still in effect. Because it hasn't been a minute.
Yep, go ahead.
So, strike is at +6. I'm fairly certain that includes the bless. I don't know if a 13 is going to hit, though.
A 13 is not going to hit. She dodges out of the way, and she says, Look, I don't know the fate of your mother.
You guys better talk to her before I get another action. I said, you guys better talk to her before I get another action, because I don't think I'm going to stop.
Look, I can give you the story of what happened.
Please do, and do it quickly.
And she just she's kind of stumbling over her words. I'm not like them. And something that stands out between her and the rest is her armor is not rusted.
Right, we would have noticed that on the way into town.
Yep. And she just says, Look, can we sit down?
No.
No, why were you helping them?
You have 6 seconds to tell me why I shouldn't shoot you again.
Bob makes a good point.
It's a little bit longer of a story. Just give me
Condense it.
a week ago, a Thessalonian man named Mitramar, she's like super nervous, arrived, claiming to be a merchant from Genadasarol.
Uh-huh.
He spoke with the Lord Ragnolf, for an entire night. When they emerged at dawn, they gathered us in the worship hall and spoke of bringing war to Osprey Cove, subjugating all other settlements on Chakakoth Isle, and forging an alliance with Zin Adasharol. At the end, Lord Ragnolf spoke of a sickness among our ranks and claimed that his new friend Mitramar had brought him a way to expose that sickness. He kind of takes a deep breath. He opened a bottle and it filled the hall with this foul-smelling air. Several of my kin doubled over in pain. It looked as if their skin was rusting, not unlike the armor you see on them.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord Ragnolf ordered the rest of us to put down the blasphemers. I'm glad to say it, though. I did not mindlessly obey, but many others did.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to drop the bow. I'm going to walk over to her while drawing my rapier and say, none of this tells me where my mom is.
I'm getting there. Myself and the smithy, we were the only ones that survived. I don't know why they kept me alive. They see glory in the rust instead. Mitramar and Lord Ragnolf have gone beyond the rusted door below and now closed it tight in their wake. I believe they took your mother down there.
How do we get there and how do we get in?
You go through the basement.
Is there anything up here that will help us?
I don't know. There's a foul creature from the depths. He's a room over. He's in the other barracks just across the hall. His name is Azomi. I believe he's the one that may have taken your mother down to the basement.
Is that his name or is that what he is?
That's his name.
Well, Vercog, you asked if there was anything up here that can help us, and I mean, Sister Venda's right here. She obviously will help us, right?
I can help you get to the basement. That's as far as I can take you.
You can heal my friends.
I have no ability to heal.
Okay, take off her armor, tie her up, make her lead the way. Any traps, she sets them off.
I can help you fight. I need my sword.
Yes, because trusting you to fight with us is definitely something I'm going to do.
Ryan, what kind of check is it to actually see if whether or not she's being truthful?
It'd be perception for sense motive.
Oh, okay. Just mechanically, they've attached a lot to perception, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do that.
I would like to as well.
23.
23. What's everybody else rolling?
A 13 total for Ted.
Anybody else, or is that it?
I mean, I'm just convinced that if she isn't lying, she's hiding stuff, and I don't really care for her words.
Cinderspark, you believe her wholly.
Cinderspark will hand her back her sword.
What do you think you are doing, I say in Goblin?
She looks to Cinderspark. Azomi is a deadly creature. I think you have made the smart choice in handing me back my sword.
Please don't make me regret it.
You have shown me mercy. I will not betray that.
Okay, turning to Bob. Cinderspark, we're better off with her at our back, or at least in front of us. It gives us a better chance, because we don't know exactly what's going on. And I think we can trust her.
I stay silent. Anybody can see that I'm angry. I haven't put away my rapier.
Normally, I would give you Mr. Stitchy, but I left it with the blacksmith.
It's all right, Cinderspark. It's fine. I'm sure this feeling of anger will be channeled into something constructive fairly soon. I am calm. I'm perfectly fine. Well, I mean, a bunch of my guts is missing, but other than that, I'm perfectly fine. Dad, thank you for the help. Do we have any more help of that kind?
Okay, we do have healing potions, yes, right?
Well, out of combat, you can use...
Yeah, but he can't use that on the people he's already used it on.
Right.
I thought that was a battlefield version.
Yeah, so I can't do battle medicine, which is in combat. I can do treat wounds, which takes 10 minutes.
Yep. If you haven't used it on them in the last hour.
Right.
I do not have treat wounds as any of my actions. Does that mean I cannot use it?
No, you can't.
Wait, isn't it just a medicine check?
I thought it was too, but it's not in exploration. and it does not appear to be in downtime either.
Yeah, it's not a feat or anything. It is something you can do.
Okay, then I will give it a try.
Before you try that, does Tad want to hand you the better healing kit?
I have the better healing kit.
Yeah, there were 2 of them.
Oh, that's right. Didn't I take one?
Yes.
Right, because I actually have a +0 as opposed to a minus.
Okay, here we go. That is a natural 20, my friends.
That is a critical success on the treat wounds.
Whose wounds are you treating?
Who looks the most injured?
I'm currently missing 12.
Cindy?
I've been put back together. I'm fine.
Tad?
Ted is missing 11.
Well, shit. Bob it is.
48.
How many?
4d8.
Oh!
not 48.
Because it was a crit.
Yes.
Get back 20.
I think that's how much I normally have, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And you could do it again on Tad.
Okay. Okay, Tad, here we go. Not as good. That's an 11. That's not going to do it, is it?
An 11 does not.
Sorry.
11 total?
Yeah, 11 total.
Well, I've got a +1 kit? That is a hand-me-down from Tad. I mean, we could actually just swap kits, and then I can roll it +2 if that's what the better kits are.
Sure.
Okay, so then I'm rolling medicine at +2, trying to patch up Tad. Hey, what do you know? 14 + 2 is 16, and the DC is 15, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, and it's 2d8s. Correct?
Yes.
All right, that's 10. 7 + 3 is 10 points of healing to Tad. And you can take your kit back.
So you guys take some time to heal up, patch up your wounds.
What does she do while we do this?
She takes a seat on the bed, puts the point of her sword in the ground, just kind of like in one of the cracks of the bricks, the tiles, and kind of watches you, hangs her head. Her head just kind of goes back and forth between the ground and you guys as, you're treating wounds and somebody winces in pain or just
Well, not here to make her comfortable, so I'm going to loot her ex-buddies. I'm no longer feeling homicidal, but I'm still feeling petty.
On them, you see each of them is carrying a sickle, and they're wearing rusted full plate armor.
Same as the other guys downstairs, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to take the sickle that crit me.
It's the Bob Slicer.
Yes, because the sum of the damage it had dealt to Bob is equal to Bob. And I was very lucky that Tad put some of the Bob back into Bob in between the slices.
Bob now has a sickle in his inventory.
And now I'm going to see if I can rename it Bob Slicer. Can we rename weapons?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Oh, there's an edit item, yes.
I've done a lot of very silly things with my items.
So, in this room, there is a door in the north. Over here, there is a door in the northeast. Up here, there is the door you came through in the south. There is another door to the south.
Well, asking Vanda, what be doors? Where go they?
She points to the door to the south that you didn't come through. That one there will take you to the defensive battery. There's a couple of non-operational ballistas. This one over here to the northwest, that's the shitter. You can wash your hands in there as well. There's a bowl with water. It's rusty, though.
Was it always rusty, or is it rusty because of them?
It's newly rusty.
Ryan, I have quick identification, which has to do with the items, but I also have occultism and arcana. This rust thing, does this sound familiar at all?
No. The only thing that sounds familiar about it is the body that was found was said to have like rusty splotches on it.
Yeah.
Actually, I have Zin Edasseril lore. Could that perhaps tell me anything? If not about the rust in general, then about, well, maybe this dude who showed up, she said. Because from her description, and Bob's general knowledge of spellcasting, since I am a spellcaster, I assume that some sort of a spell was cast on their leader, and then some sort of a spell was done to whatever the rust thing is. And I'm wondering if my Zinedastral lore might tell me about anything along those lines. Just like memory.
It also sounds like an item was used to transport and infect people with whatever this is.
Anyway, can I roll my lore?
So you want to try and find out more about what's going on with the rust with your lore?
Well, maybe the rust necessarily didn't come up with the background information that I know about the Zinedastral, but something else connected to how they showed up and what she said the conversation was between their leader and this guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just
go ahead.
Grasping in the dark.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. At +5, that is a total of 19.
You're not able to put any of that together. The name isn't familiar.
Do we want to...
The rust, it seems foreign to you.
That's fair. I've never encountered it before, and I don't have the background info.
Yeah.
Well, more of a pointed question for the Zinedastral lore. So you did mention that they had showed up and were basically promising war to the settlement and taking over the Chekakov Isle. Like, is that something that they typically do, or is is that something out of the blue?
Oh, that's a good point. Like, is that how they operate?
Yeah, I'll with that 19, I'll let that roll over. That is not something typical, but also Bellamirius isn't known to be a nice rune lord.
That's an oxymoron.
Actually, I think that's a good question. Like, do I have any idea, and I'll roll again if you'd like, do I have any idea of, like, how Zinedastral is structured in terms of power? Like, is the rune lord absolutely controlling everything, or is it like there might be people who are striking out on their own?
The rune lord rules New Thassalon from Jin Edasseril. But, there can always be rogue leaders. Anybody can do bad things, right?
I mean, as far as Verkage is concerned, that's what empires do.
Well, my guess is that while, and this is unsubstantiated, but just, Bob guessing based on the info given, that while Zinedastral might claim the entire territory, they don't actually have any control. And the first person to exert control in the name of Zinedastral might get rewarded.
Yeah, something that you guys should know is, like, they do collect taxes, right? So even Osprey Code paid their taxes and such. But there wasn't a lot of pushback from the higher ups, from Jin Edasseril, to swear fealty or any of that bullshit. Think of it as small potatoes kind of thing, I guess.
But that does beg the question of why here or why now, because it doesn't. It's a very Chakakoth Isle is a very small place, and Osprey Cove is a tiny little fishing village.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what derogatory term Bob is going to address her by. Because I, as a player, keep forgetting her name, but I, as a character, don't want to use it. Anyway.
I won't remind you then.
Thanks.
Anyway, what was the other door that we didn't get? We got the non-operational ballista, which sounds like a great band name, and we got the shitter.
The shitter opening for non-operational ballista tonight.
The other door leads out to the upstairs hallway,
which goes.
She tells you there's a stairwell back down to the first floor. There's another door that goes out towards the defensive battery where the ballistas are, and then there's another door further down that will take you into. She refers to it as the junior barracks.
Where Azumi was?
Azomi?
Azomi. Pardon.
If Azomi is so powerful, why is it just sitting in the barracks?
He's been entrusted to guard the barracks, or guard the upstairs while not the upstairs, the stone home proper, if you will.
Uh-huh.
It's the one in charge.
And who assigned it this job?
That would have been Mitramar.
Gotcha.
Are there more of these fallen acolytes around?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mitramar was the representative from Zin, blah, blah, blah.
That's correct.
And the Lord here was Lord
Ragnolf.
Ragnolf. Okay.
What's in the basement?
No, that's where we gotta go to get through to the door, correct?
And storage, as far as I know.
What is the rusted door? Like, what even is that?
I'm not 100% sure. There's things down there that I will not go to.
What do you mean? Dangerous, blasphemous, both?
We've been cut off from it for years. I don't know what's down there, but it goes into the depths. It goes into the depths of the ground. Just Lord Ragnolf wouldn't let anybody down there.
And all of a sudden Mitramar said, hey, let's go down there?
It's the shitter. I told you it was way too deep.
That's the fast way down.
They've been shitting into whatever eldritch abomination is sitting underneath their keep for decades.
It's a Golgothian, a shit demon.
No wonder it's angry. Yeah, let's not go to the basement where the thing that we have been pooping on top of, doesn't exactly like us. In Goblin, I'm going to ask Cinderspark if his Gorham lore tells him any derogatory terms I can use to really hurt the
Your priorities are really interesting, Bob.
Okay, I'll roll it.
I am a bard.
Yes, you are.
That's a 15. What are derogatory terms for Goramites?
Stone faces.
There you go. That'll work.
Is sandstone a soft type of stone?
Yes.
Shale? You could just call her a fucking coward.
I mean, I could. But given that they probably like the whole strength of stone thing, calling her sandstone is probably going to be an insult. I'm just guessing.
Well, Gorham is our lord in metal, and, it's...
Oh.
Which door would you like to go through?
As much as I would like to see the non-operational ballistas, I don't think we have time for a full concert, and I don't have to go to the bathroom, so I think we should go to the hallway. That's my...
Actually, do those ballistas rotate 360 degrees?
Non-operational.
How are they non-operational? Why aren't they in operation? Like,
Good question.
Perkog has craft.
Verkog is not wasting time doing this.
I mean,
bad idea.
Cinderspark also has craft, but they also don't have the tools necessary to repair a ballista, and I don't think we have quite
I don't really
that
need
much
to
time.
repair it. I'm just thinking of whether we can fire sandstone out of a ballista.
Does
It's not a catapult.
what does Tad say when all of the goblins are just like randomly throwing out ideas here and asking tons and tons of questions?
Probably shaking his head.
Yeah. He would also have, while they fought or bickered, stepped aside and spoke with her, and specifically asked. She said that she smelled something when they either cast the spell or did the thing, but only some people kind of were affected by it. And she's saying that she wasn't. So Tad's a little bit suspicious of that and trying to understand and asking her, was there anything in common with the people that were ultimately affected versus the ones that were not?
I believe the ones that were affected the most by it were the ones that were in the radius of effect of it. The ones that got the highest concentration.
So you feel it was a gas. It was gaseous. They had to
Yes.
breathe it in, those that were affected.
Yeah, it's kind of a fog.
And those that were not affected, were they put down, as you said? Or they just let you leave the hall?
A fight ensued, and when everybody else was down, it was the blacksmith and myself, and we laid our arms down. And the blacksmith, he was kept alive because of his skill at working metal.
Why'd they keep you alive?
That's a great question. I assume that it was to lead these, and she kind of nods to the fallen acolytes.
Well, I need you to understand that this one here is incredibly angry with you. And I don't know what my other two friends might feel, but I want you to know, as a human, I do not trust you. And I will be watching you as we move forward.
And your friend should be angry.
Oh, I'm not angry anymore. No, it's okay. I've moved past the anger into the planning your death stage.
So still angry.
No,
Homicide.
I'm calm. I'm very... Yes, thank you.
Calmly angry, yes.
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 And I do the whole, I'm watching you thing to her.
Suddenly
She
goblins
just-
are Italian. Okay.
Yeah, she nods at you.
Capiche?
Tad would also potentially take the opportunity, and out of game, I don't think it'll help, but having gotten beaten so horribly just 2 seconds ago, I wanted to see if she might know what those vials are that we do not as of yet know.
Oh, yes. The two that I have.
What, the ones that we got from the clinic? Or
Yeah.
I thought there were 2 separate stashes. Wasn't it like 6 in total? It might just be 2, but either way, he's going to ask about that as well as additional healing.
4 of them either we identified or they looked like something we already have.
Yes, but we have 2 that are unusual liquid.
yeah, we have mystery liquid.
Worst comes to worst, we'll make her drink one.
Bob. No.
She looks at the 2 that are in the party stash. She says, I don't have the required equipment to test these for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
You didn't know what they were? You've never been to the infirmary?
Just because I've been to the infirmary doesn't mean that you know what they're cooking up down there.
Did you guys not have a dedicated healer who made these or stocked it? Do you not keep records of inventory?
Not her job.
This is an incredibly shoddy operation.
Do I look like a scribe to you?
No, you look like a bitch.
Okay, Cinderspark is listening at the door and checking for traps.
I'm with Cinderspark at this point.
All right.
Wait, which door are we going? Oh, that's...
Up north.
From there, it seems quiet.
Okay, Cinderspark will be opening the door and, yep.
Why isn't she taking point?
All right. Dried blood and hardened mud adorn this stone hall's walls and doors. Doors exist to the southeast, northwest, and a double door to the southwest. In the northeast, stone stairs descend.
Vanda, which one goes to Azomi?
And she points to the far bottom right corner.
Okay.
Before we proceed any further, I'm going to use Summon Instrument. I think this is a situation that calls for a Vuvuzela.
Oh, it's time.
I will show it to her, and I will say, this is a war crime. Don't make me use this on you.
Okay. So I'm actually going to sneak over there to the door. I will roll stealth, just for shits and or giggles. Wow. Okay. Keep it on the fucking table. Okay. I fear to have lost my die, so I'm going to roll it digitally. Ooh, 21 stealth.
All right, a 21 stealth. Okay. And you are listening at the door, I assume?
Listening and or checking for traps.
You do not believe the door is trapped. And you do not hear anything beyond the door.
Okay.
Have we asked Sandy if that's the only way into that room?
You did not.
Well, no,
I
but
will ask
presumably
her
there
now.
was another way from the other side of the battlements.
So is there another way into that room?
She says that room is a mirror of the room we came out of. There's doors just like that other room.
So in other words, we push her through one door. Somebody else could ambush whoever's in the room from the other door, in theory.
Anyway, Cinderspark is going to be waving everybody forward.
Look, I'm just a little concerned about not having meat shields. I will draw my rapier, and I will make sure that she moves before I do. I'm not turning my back on her.
That's a good idea.
She clanks up there in her full plate armor.
I'm glad I used stealth.
You can blame it on Bob.
Look, I thought the idea was to push her ahead of us.
I agree.
You don't need to check for traps. You can just check to see if she's hurt.
Cinderspark is going to open the door.
All
For
right.
fuck's sake.
Cinderspark opens the door. 4 sets of triple bunk beds mark this room as barracks. But they've been heavily damaged, with mattress feathers tossed everywhere. Footlockers sit on the floor between the beds, bashed and broken open. And you see... Oh, that's already visible. Look at that. Let's go ahead and...
I think
Guys,
that's
a
why
long
Brian was
picture.
upset. Because it was, oh dear.
Uh-huh.
There's that
Delight.
picture there. Who wants to describe this thing?
No.
It looks like a predator had a baby with a licker from Resident Evil.
So, let's see. It's got those chicken legs. Yeah, let's go with that. The hands are kind of chicken claws. Looks like 3 fingers with massive claws. It's got not much in the way of skin on the lower part of its face. It's definitely got a skull. The skin seems to be very tight over that. It's got green glowing orbs for eyes. Prominent, sharp teeth as far as the upper jaw goes, and the lower jaw, I assume, exists somewhere below that tongue, or maybe it just opens sideways, and those 2 protrusions are full of teeth? Oh.
I'm assuming those function somewhat like mandibles, but the Keith Richards tongue is a little bit disturbing.
I am not here for it. No, sorry. Oh, and wearing rags and kind of like a red type of... It doesn't look like a cloak. It looks like he took some drapes.
Oh no, the cloak is glorious.
But it has a
Let's-
hood. It has a hood.
The cloak is glorious. I mean, that like
It did has pockets, man.
Verkog is going to be wearing that, but let's be honest.
I don't
Wearing
know
that,
that everybody understands.
you might be using it as a tent. It's huge. Or
Well,
small. Okay. All right. I hope it's not carrying any more disease. Wait, you're one of those goblins. Yeah, you're fine.
Can we talk about the inky black cracks that it has going through its torso?
No?
No, okay, we can't. Okay, that's cool.
I mean, once we pierce it and there's inky black crap leaking out of the wounds, then yeah, absolutely. But until then, yeah. I'm fairly certain I don't even see it.
No, but I do.
Well, I'm sure the pleasure will be ours soon enough.
Yes. Ryan?
Yes.
Would you like initiative?
Not quite yet. I'll give you a 2. I'm going to give you guys the book description of this real quick.
Oh, dear.
You see a horrifically emaciated creature standing about 6.5 feet tall with unnaturally long arms and dog-like legs, each with a trio of stubby taloned digits. Veins bulge across its body in sanguine patterns that suspiciously resemble twisted runes, and their flesh is pale and hairless. Their head is elongated, bearing only slits for a nose, red eyes, and disturbing lower jaws that split in half at the chin, revealing pedipalps that end in tiny 3-fingered hands and framing a long, lolling tongue. As the door opens, this thing speaks in a guttural tone. Dour Gnome. And that is going to be initiative.
Is that Thessalonian? Because a couple of us might actually speak that.
It is not a language that any of you recognize.
Just saying, the description said that the eyes were glowing red, and the picture has green glowing eyes. There's someone fucked up, and it's not me. It's not any of us.
Let me ask you this. Do you really want to be the one to tell this thing to sit still for a portrait?
Yes, I will absolutely gladly tell it to sit still.
Okay, and then sit there and actually paint it for the duration.
As long as it continues to sit still, yes.
Okay, fair. I think I need a few more levels under my belt before I can convince it to do that.
Okay, I rolled a 7 for my initiative.
Haven't you been asking to roll initiative using stealth?
I have been asking, and I have been denied every time. So I simply assumed that Ryan hates me. Yeah.
Well, you opened the door not stealthily, so...
You see why I didn't ask?
If you had opened the door stealthily, I would have gave you stealth. I would have had you roll stealth for your opening the door, and that would have been your initiative.
Whatever. I got +5 for perception, so...
All right.
My initiative is a 15. Again.
Same.
Bob is a 15.
Yeah.
Bercog is a 15. What is Tad?
Tad was a 17.
And Cinderspark.
7.
Great. Let me adjust these real quick.
Sorry, Tad lied. He was 19.
Tad.
Whose dice are these purple and green ones?
Those might be mine.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that.
They're too nice to be GM's dice?
Yes, 100%.
I like them.
I agree.
Matt, does it still do tiebreakers by initiative modifier?
No idea.
Okay.
Do you want to go before me?
I don't know. I do have a debuff that might lower will.
Okay.
I mean, we can talk about it, and one of us can delay.
Okay. And Our Lady of Fallen Grace Vanda, is she really going on a 13?
She actually rolled a 10. It doesn't affect where...
I love that. Must be nice.
So.
Oh yeah, I don't trust her. I think I'm going to wait until after she's in combat anyway.
God damn it, Bob.
What part of Meat Shield is so difficult for you to understand? The meat or the shield?
No, the part that I'm up front.
Well, I told you to push her in front of you. Oh, you're up front, but you're going last. That's
What's up with this rogue initiative?
I would have better initiative if somebody would let me roll something else for fucking initiative. Although, to be fair, when you roll a fucking 3, it really doesn't matter.
Wait, does the other door that's, like, right here go into the same chamber?
I'm assuming that's also a shitter. They have a lot of battles.
She told you that one leads into a hall that goes directly to the defensive battery where the...
Oh, I see. So there wasn't like a direct way to go there. We would have to... Okay. All right. Now I get it. Thank you.
No. There's... Well, okay. Anyway.
All right. We are going to begin combat. Azomi is going to go first.
Because, of course, it is.
As I rolled a 20 on my...
Maybe it's 20 on my initiative.
Listen, just because the rogue did not roll particularly well, doesn't mean they gotta be sour.
I mean, I may turn sour in a minute.
Depending on what stupid abilities this thing has, yes.
Insta-pickling.
This thing is going to stride forward
Nope.
directly at Cinderspark.
God.
Oh, you are approaching me.
Let's see. Which die should I use?
The
None?
worst one.
I'm going to roll this one.
Nope.
See if there's some magic left in this one.
Nope.
These jaws that split at where the chin would be just come out, and it looks like there's little fingers.
You're getting touched by baby hands.
Cinderspark, does an 18 hit you?
I'm going to trigger my nimble dodge and add 2 to my AC. So no, it does not.
Like that?
Like that. We're gonna try for a second time with the map. That is worse.
Worse is good.
And that is going to be its turn. Tad, you can see this thing, probably even smell it from where you're at. You're just offset from the door. What do you want to do?
Tad would actually like to delay because we don't know if we're just closing the door
Or you're next to the door.
It's a good point.
It is true.
Yeah, fine. He will take an action. He will close the door. And then he will move backwards. And that'll be the end of his turn.
It's a very good point. We don't actually need to push her forward. We just back up behind her.
Yeah,
Goblin hero?
You don't need to be faster than the bear. You just need to be faster than these slow.
No, Brian's quoting Goblin Hero. A goblin doesn't need to step forward to be a hero. Everybody else just,
Needs to step back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Verkog.
Delaying.
Okay.
There are no
Bob.
buffs or anything I can throw out there.
Well, I've got a rapier in my hand, but mostly so that I can poke her, threaten her. I mean, in Bob's mind, he is very threatening. Small goblin with a small rapier probably isn't threatening to her. Whatever. I think I'm actually going to put up the Courageous Emblem. And oh, excellent! She doesn't count as my ally. Great. I don't want to buff her.
All right.
Choices were made.
And with 2 actions, I can ready. Yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to ready a telekinetic projectile and fling my Vuvuzela at this thing if it comes through the door.
All right. Bob readies an action. Hog is delaying. Tad is back down the hall. Sister Vanda. She looks to the rest of you. She looks back at Bob, holding the rapier, and Vuvuzela.
I don't know which is more threatening.
Dual wielding.
She turns back to Cinderspark. What are we doing? Why did we close the door?
It's like she wasn't there for last combat. We closed the door there too.
It's true.
And she will delay.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, Cinderspark being given a full allotment of actions and a closed door in front of them, I'm actually going to sheathe the horse chopper rather than just dropping it. I will draw the dog slicer.
You can swap weapons as a single action.
Oh, then I do that.
Actually, I'm wondering why. Well, I guess you have a different plan rather than stepping behind her and poking at the thing from behind her.
Right, well, since I'm swapping weapons as a single action, I'm going to open the door, and then I'm going to slice at it, I suppose. It's just going to go poorly.
I thought you were going to open the door and then run away.
No, why would I do that? Look, somebody has to be on the fucking front line.
Need shield.
I don't have a shield. Anyway.
Need her.
I'm going to assume that a 12 will not connect.
Yeah, you're going to have to roll a little bit higher than that.
Okay, I'm just going to start calling her Meat Shield so you'll remember. She exists.
Okay.
I am going to move Vanda after Cinderspark.
Wait a minute.
There's a whole host of people who are delayed.
Yeah, there was some delaying going on here.
Yeah, Vanda delayed as well.
Yeah, okay.
So, but you are, if you wanted to go first, go ahead.
Yeah, I am going to move.
I'll move you after Cinderspark.
Fabulous. I am moving there. Great. Why can I not?
Corner.
Yeah, but it's a banister. I can't see over the. I guess not.
It's a full wall banister.
Oh shit. Okay.
Also, we're
there.
kind of tiny.
Yeah. I can see kind of half of him. So I have 3 actions. So action number 1, recall knowledge.
All right. What would you like to know?
I want to know what this thing is, and I want to know if it has any weaknesses. I have Arcana, I have Occultism, and I have Religion.
All right. I will roll an occultism for you.
Oh, you're rolling for me?
Yep.
Gotcha.
You do not know what this is,
Fabulous.
but you believe that it is weak to slashing damage.
Fabulous. So I will needle darts it.
All right. Go ahead and needle dart it.
Okay, that is a 19.
19 is a hit. Actually, with the cover, that is a miss. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Step back.
Kind of what I figured was going to happen. Okay. Vanda.
All right. Vanda is going to step forward. She is going to take a swing with her great sword at this thing.
I don't see it on her icon, but I believe she would get the bonus as well, right?
Oh, I specifically excluded her from my allies.
Okay, sorry, I missed that.
Man,
That
there's some deep and abiding pettiness this evening.
Yeah. That is a miss, but she's going to take another swing through that doorway. And a miss again. She is struggling to hit through that doorway. Sword bounces off the stone and sparks fly.
We'll see how the round goes.
It is this guy's turn, and we are going to find out what happens next time.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Thank you for listening to Dour Gnome Adventures. If you enjoyed our show, check out our website, dourgnomeproductions.com, for links to our social media and Discord community. Also, don't forget to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice and share us with your friends who might enjoy our show. New episodes drop every Monday. Dour Gnome Productions uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Dour Gnome Productions is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. We are playing through the Pathfinder adventure Rusthenge by Vanessa Hoskins. Music and sound effects for this podcast by Michael Ghelfi Studios, Filip Melvin, and Kevin MacLeod. Dour Gnome Adventures is the property of Dour Gnome Productions.